Who are the YouTube, and good evening. Welcome to Storytime Tuesday. I have realized since it's October that my Storytime Tuesdays probably should be a little darker. So starting today for the rest of the month, for the next For the rest of the Tuesdays in October, we will have Halloween themed episodes and a special Storytime not Tuesday, on Halloween Day. So, without further ado, Storytime Tuesday. I wish there was like lightning. Okay. Storytime Tuesday. Alright, so today I think I'm going to do something a little easier since I don't really have too many spooky stories, so I'm just going to do a top 3 for tonight. Tonight will be my top 3 biggest fears because October and spooky, scary, boo. Anyway, my top 3 fears, number 3 would definitely be gargoyles. No, not the stone gargoyles that you see in like really big old like churches and castles, not the cartoon gargoyles that were in Hunchback of Notre Dame and the TV show Gargoyles. No, I'm talking about when I was very, very little wee lad. Like I'm talking like toddler, 3, 4, 5 age. There were always these gargoyles that would sit in my room at night and just look at me and watch me. And they had glowing blue eyes. And they would just watch me forever. And I'm pretty sure the glowing blue part is because I had an alarm clock that would glow blue. But whatever, my dream / imagination would conjure these 2 gargoyles, same size, and they would just sit at different points in my room. Like sometimes they'd be on top of my TV. Sometimes like they would never sit in the same place. Like sometimes like maybe one would be on top of my bed and one would be like across the room on top of the TV. Maybe one would be like on top of the bunk bed looking down at me, and the other would be like by the door. It was just random places, and I could always like rub my eyes and like stare at them really hard and make them disappear because they were figments of my imagination, but the fact that they were there to begin with terrified me. So now I have a very, very mixed relationship with gargoyles. My second greatest fear I'm going to say is spiders. Now the reason this is second is because I have not gotten over this fear, but have changed it. Now, I've always been scared of spiders. There was one point when I was little and there was a spider in my room, and I told my sister, like I ran to my sister's room and like my big sister's room and told her to go kill it, and my big sister was like, no, why would I do that? And I was like, Iris, please, and she was like, no. And so I went back to my room and it was gone. Like it wasn't on the floor anymore. It was just disappeared. And so I was scared to sleep there that night. So I was scared to even go back in the room. Like I was in the door, like where is it? It's just watching me, waiting. Like it's, oh my gosh. So like I ran back to her room and was like, it's gone, I can't find it. And she was like, well, you shouldn't have left it alone. And then went back to sleep. So I like ran down to my mom's room and like slept with her that night. And I had to been like 7, 8, 9 by this point. So like that happened, and there was like a point my mom was sweeping and I was holding the dustpan, and she like was sweeping, and then swept the dust to the dustpan, and there was a spider that like landed on my hand. And she like flipped into the dustpan and like landed on my hand, and I was like, ha! And without even thinking, I like just flicked my arm back, and all the dust went in the air everywhere. My mom was so mad. I've never, the deep, she was scary. She didn't yell at me or anything. Well, she did, but like she didn't, like, it was just scary. She was like, oh, oof. She was scarier than the spider was. And like another thing that happened with spiders was, there was one point when my dog was barking outside one morning, like super loud and like constantly, and sometimes he barks, but doesn't bark for like a long time. So I was like, what's going on? So I leaned against my window and I felt a prick on my forehead. So I reeled back real quick, and I saw a spider in the window and I freaked out. I thought it like bit me. So I was like, no, spider bit me. So like I told my mom, and she like went up there and like got the spider. The spider wasn't poisonous or anything or too big enough to even bite me. So she was like, what? So she caught it in like, she didn't kill it, she caught it in a like clear like bowl, like a clear sealable bowl, and then had me hold the spider on the way to and from school for like a week. And she said that like she could notice that I wasn't like as scared of the spider after a while. When like I would stop like cringing and like close my eyes, and I would like start holding the bowl up and like looking at the spider inside. So yeah, that kind of ruined the runaway fear of spiders, because I was forced to be close to one for a while. But now I have like a deep-seated hatred. Like I see a spider that just has to die. Like I have to kill it. Like I see a spider, I'm like nope, and I just get like a cold, very cold, hard hatred. I can't do it. Spiders suck. And my number one biggest fear. No, before my number one biggest fear, I have an honorable mention where I am a huge sucker for jump scares. Now, jump scares get me. I don't know why. In movies, it's because of the suspense, but I think it's because in real life, if anybody like walks around a corner wrong, or like shows up and I don't know they're there, or like touches me and I don't know they're there, I jump, I freak out, I yell, I'm like, what's going on? Because I think I'm just surprised. I'm kind of a dramatic person, if you hadn't noticed. So like all the time in my old house where I used to grow up, like my sisters would like walk around a corner at night, or like walk up behind me and it'd be dark, and I would like jump and yell. Terrible at jump scares. Okay, my number one biggest fear, without further ado, is slugs. Slugs and snails, but mostly slugs. Okay, and I have a reason for this. It's not like my spiders where like I don't know why I'm scared of them. They're creepy. No, slugs have a reason. I was fine with slugs until first grade. Okay, I was on recess and talking to my friends, having a grand old time, and I leaned against a tree at one point, or I touched the tree. Maybe the tree was facing, playing tag, something like that. And when I touched the tree, there was a slug on it, and I completely squished the slug with my palm. Just squish it. And I was like, I was frozen in fear for I saw like 3 seconds, and I pulled my hand away from the tree and looked at it, and it was just covered in like oozing, jiggling, semi-alive slug glue. Oh, my skin's crawling just thinking about it. I like ran inside and like washed my hand off with like hot water, and it was like one of those can never be clean moments. Like oh my gosh, it was just traumatic. I was done. I was just traumatized for life. And like you would think I would have gotten over that fear by now, and I probably almost did. I probably would have gotten over that fear by now if it hadn't happened again. When I was in high school, I was outside and I was flipping a quarter, heads or tails, having a grand old time with myself, like, because, I guess I'm just fidgety, ADD like that. I gotta always be doing something. So I was flipping the quarter and I didn't quite catch it right. So I dropped it in the grass. And when I went to pick it up, I pinched the snail. Because it was like dark outside. It was like, 8, 9 o'clock. The sun was going down. So like I bent down to pick up the quarter and just pinched a slug in half. Freaked out again. I was like, oh no! I was like 16 when this happened. I freaked out. I was like, no. So like I went inside and like washed my hands off super quick, and I was like, this can't happen again. Oh my gosh, why me? Why'd I exactly pinch the slug? I have no idea where that quarter went. So my biggest fear is most definitely 1000% slugs. I have no idea why. They're so slow, but I'm just traumatized. I can't help it. Oh, like I see one, I like freeze, and it freezes because I don't move. And I just like stare down, like what is this monster that is blocking my path? Oh, well, I guess I'll stop there. If you guys like this video, please leave like a comment about what your top 3 fears are, and make sure to give that like button a little bit of a caress and it needs your TLC. But this is your LPO Phantom Sailor, and I think I'll be signing out now. So I'll see you next week for Storytime Tuesday. Peace!